Hello everyone, and welcome to week 3. This week we have 3 videos. Firstly, we have this agenda video. Secondly, we have a video for chapter 5, and then we have a video for chapter 6. But before I go on to this week's material, I thought I'd follow up with answers to a couple of questions I asked last week regarding the Dan Early video about why we think it's okay to cheat and steal sometimes. So I asked 2 questions. One is, do codes of ethics work? And secondly, what's the least painful way to remove a bandage, very quickly or very slowly? So to the first question, do codes of ethics work? I think the answer is yes. Yes, codes of ethics can have a positive influence on our behavior as long as we're reminded of their presence. If we forget that we have a code of ethics, it's not going to have any influence on us. And what's kind of counterintuitive about that answer is that yes, codes of ethics work, is that even fake codes of ethics can have a positive influence on them, but again, we have to be reminded of them. And to the second question, what's the least painful way to remove a bandage, very quickly or very slowly? It's a bit of a trick question because it depends on whose pain we're referring to. If we're a victim of physical pain, then the least painful way to remove a bandage is very slowly. But if we're the inflictor of physical pain, but we experience psychological pain when we're inflicting the physical pain, then the answer is very quickly. And that's the example of the nurse in the video. She thought the optimal way to remove bandages from a burn victim was very quickly, and she thought that would minimize the pain, and she was right when she factored in her psychological pain as opposed to the physiological pain of the burn victim. So it's a bit of a trick question. It can be answered both ways. Okay, so this week we're off to chapter 5 and chapter 6. So we have these 2 Learn Smart activities on the publisher's website, one for chapter 5, one for chapter 6, and they're both due by the end of Sunday, January 24th. And then quiz 2, covering chapters 5 to 9, that's not due until Sunday, February the 9th. So this week we look at chapter 5 and chapter 6, which deal with the process that product buyers go through when they make a purchase decision. And we have 2 types of buyers that we look at. We have consumer buyers and we have organizational buyers or industrial buyers. And they both have a 5-step process to go through. They have a so-called problem recognition stage. They have an information search stage where they search for solutions to the problem. They have an alternative solution evaluation stage. They have a decision-making stage, and then they have a post-purchase behavior stage. So both those processes apply to consumers and organizations, but the organizational approach is a more formalized approach than that used by consumers. And we have one supplementary video this week relating to chapter 5. The video is about this thing called a lucky ironfish, and it's in Cambodia. And it's a very astute example of a culturally influenced marketing. And it just happens to be social marketing as opposed to business marketing. But it's a very heartwarming little video. It's very short, so if you get a chance to watch it, you might do so. Okay, and then the week after, we're off to chapter 7, global marketing, or marketing in foreign countries. Okay, so that's it for the agenda video for this week, and we'll see you back next week for week 4.